My name's Stewart Miller. I live up in Perth. I'm a plumber. This is my dog, Troy. It's a Sunday evening. Usually I pick my dog up and I take him down to Rodney car park.
In January last year, Stewart was out with Troy as deadly storm Isha was battering Britain.
We went down to the water, but the river was very, very high. And that's where I heard the first noise. At first I thought it was kids messing about, but then I thought, why would the kids be out in this weather? So we went along the riverfront, had my torch. The shocking horror was when I saw the woman out in the river holding onto a branch.
The woman had been caught in the current, struggling to hold on and frantically calling for help.
That's where I kind of realised I have to do something. I knew I had ropes in my van, so I ran back up, headed to the van, phoning 999. Unfortunately, the operator didn't understand where I was. Then I said, look, if you're not coming, I have to go. She's drowning. She was starting to dip underneath. She looked tired and she was holding on. She wasn't actually holding on, she was hugging on, yeah? So there's no way she was going to be able to put her hand out to catch anything that I threw out. It's that kind of point I thought, I'm really just going to have to go in, yeah? This is actually happening, yeah? I got to her to the point, but that's when she kind of grabbed onto me and both kind of went under the water. The best feeling was when I could feel the riverbed on my tiptoes and I could feel we're nearly there.
Stewart summoned up his last reserves of strength to drag the woman to safety on a tree before running to flag down the emergency services.
Reading about Stewart in the newspapers was so impressive, to act impulsively the way he did without fear for his own life, to jump into that fast-flowing river and rescue this lady, hit the bottom of the river, bounce back up, jump back out and take her safely to shore. I mean, what a story of bravery and courage.
The River Tay is notorious, even when there's not a storm, yeah. There's countless local families who have lost loved ones in the river. There's undercurrents. It might look nice and peaceful, but the river has to be respected. A split second and someone can just disappear. All in all, it was an eventful night, one I won't forget, but still, I would do it again, yeah.
Please welcome, with his very faithful sidekick, Troy. Yes, there's a dog coming on stage now. This is it. This is the highlight of the night. It's one of my favourite variety stories, is the wonderful Jack Mulroy when he went to see the musical Cats. We talked about this the other day. Said a fantastic show, fantastic, loved it. Only thing missing, a Doug. That was it. So,
chuck a Doug in it, next thing up.
That's it. Well, we've got a Doug here tonight, the wonderful Troy and his wonderful owner, an incredibly brave man. Please welcome Stewart Miller. Right, I know the River Tay. My husband fishes in it quite a lot. As you say, it's quite treacherous. Oh. Yes.
He's had some cheesecake.
Oh, he's had cheesecake.
He's had some cheesecake, right? Okay.
Oh. Stand right down front. Don't stand downwind. Anyway.
What do you give a chog with cheesecake? Plenty of room.
But the thing I want to ask is, and I think I know the answer, how cold was the water? Freezing. Absolutely freezing, wasn't it? So, but was it something else that just kicked in that made you think, I have to help here, I can't just stand by?
No, it's just the right thing to do.
No, there you are.
I mean, sure, it's one thing like you're on your own with the dog, you jump in, but like then you go back to the family, you tell them what happened. So what was their reaction?
My mum's first thing was, I told you not to go in the water.
A wise woman.
My mum swears as well when she's angry.
But were you phoned 999, the operator told you that to stand on the side and just wait for the emergency services. But I hate to think what would have happened. Do you think you know what would have happened if you hadn't gone in?
She would not be here.
Yeah.
They actually told me not to go in, but I couldn't just stand by and watch what was happening, yeah.
I'd quite like to get the dog's perspective. Sit down.
Yeah.
See the expression, a dog's life. What does it actually entail? Nothing.
Troy
Okay.
thinks it's cheesecake, that microphone, right?
Now, Stewart, when our team actually spoke to you, you said that you're a bit of a comedy fan. Would that be true? Okay, well, we're delighted that one of your favourite comics is here. Here tonight to present your award. Please welcome to the stage Al Murray, or as we all know and love him, the pub landlord.
Well, I once went for a walk in Perth, so I understand this man's bravery. That's of the highest order. Of course, if this had happened in an English river, you'd have been fine as a plumber because it would have been full of turds. Now, as this evening's token Englishman, I've been asked to present you with this beautiful, beautiful award, right? Because what you did was plain straight, well, heroic. Thank you. Well, no, I was going to opt for stupid, but you deserve this, my friend. You did something none of us here would dare do, and you came back unscathed. But more than that, your dog, right? I've been sent to present your dog with a medal, right?
Oh.
Now, just so happens I speak pub dog. See? See that? I'm over here, mate.
Yeah.
This is for Troy, and it's, yeah, look at that. Look at that. He's rubbing his tail on me. He wants me to sniff his ass to demonstrate who is superior. Right, there we go. And maybe that'll happen later. Is it that sort of party? Right. There's a little thing for Troy to go on his collar. To be honest, it's rare to be humbled. But this is a humbling occasion. Stewart, you're a prince amongst men. Congratulations. Well done. Please don't do it again unless you have to.
Thanks,
Stewart
Al.
Miller.
Oh,
Please give it up for the wonderful Stewart Miller. Troy.
that way.
Al.